びの時代は終わる。
螺旋岩。
As a ninja who is determined to become a Hokage, Sarada must become stronger. And not only Sarada. Even the one who has now begun to realize who the son is, Mitsuki, must certainly become stronger to help his friends. But how can Sarada and Mitsuki become stronger? It turns out this is how Sarada and Mitsuki have become much stronger than before. You should have started noticing that Kishimoto has been giving us clues that every character needs to grow stronger quickly. Boruto and his friends don't have much time left to train, and even Boruto himself only has a little over a year to train and become incredibly strong. So, what about Sarada and Mitsuki? Have they grown stronger while staying in Konoha? Of course not. There was no one in Konoha who could make them strong in such a short period of time. As for now, they have almost entered a phase that is very similar to war because the opponent they are currently facing is a divine tree man. But to solve this big problem, what is an effective and quick solution to deal with all this, and how can they become stronger? Literally, with the revelation of the secret and also thanks to Kashin Koji, we finally know that the time it takes Boruto to overcome the Shinju is very fast, meaning it won't take long if a fateful war will begin. Boruto has already told Kawaki that he no longer has time to train and grow stronger. The training time won't be enough to handle the imminent threat posed by the divine tree's human form, especially Jura. Boruto has revealed to Kawaki the fastest way to become stronger, and that is by removing the limiters by Amado. With such limited time, if Sarada and Mitsuki want to help Boruto and Kawaki, they will also need to become stronger in a very short period. The only person who can help Sarada and Mitsuki become stronger is Boruto. There is no one else who can help them. As long as Boruto still has Kashin Koji beside him, then Koji can tell Boruto many things, especially about the future of Sarada and Mitsuki, and what great potential they will both master in the future, because then it will be easier and more effective if they are able to master and maximize their potential in the future. And that means, can Sarada and Mitsuki be like Boruto, who can master techniques or jutsu in a short time and become very strong? Of course they can. Although they are not Otsutsuki, they still have the opportunity to become stronger in a short time. In essence, it's not how long it takes them to train, but whether they know how to master their powers much faster. Kashin Koji tells Boruto what powers Boruto will master in the future, and in a short period of time, Boruto manages to master all the abilities and knowledge that Koji tells him. This means that Koji has a shortcut so that Boruto can master the techniques he mastered in the future without the need to train for years. As an example, let's take a closer look at how Boruto mastered the Asuku Rasengan in the anime. It turns out that just by coming up with the idea of creating a new technique, Boruto was able to master it within just a few days. This is similar to how he learned the Rasengan. Boruto managed to master the Rasengan because he understood the key to creating the technique. For instance, he simply observed cake batter being spun by a mixer and immediately found the answer. Insights like these, if discovered earlier, could significantly shorten the training time needed to master such techniques. And when it comes to Sarada, how does Boruto make Sarada Uchiha to increase its power in a short time? If we watch Naruto episodes from beginning to end, it feels like we see the future just like Kashin Koji. Let's just say we have the same power as Koji, then we can see the future of how Sasuke awakens the Mangekyou Sharingan. We know that in order for Sasuke to awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan, he had to experience a very heavy suffering in his heart. All those harsh inner shocks could awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan in his heart. Then are we going to say, kill Itachi so you can get the Mangekyou Sharingan? Definitely not. Because if we were told to kill Itachi, it would take a very long time. The fastest way is to directly awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan. Literally, the key to awakening Sasuke's Mangekyou Sharingan is not about killing Itachi, but about Itachi's true life story. And if we conclude with that incident, to awaken her Mangekyou power, Sarada needs to understand the background of her clan. First, Sasuke left a message for Boruto, saying that if anything were to happen to him, Sasuke wanted Boruto to tell Sarada how to use the power of her Mangekyou Sharingan. As you know, Sasuke has seen Sarada awaken her Mangekyou Sharingan, but at that time he didn't have the chance to teach her how to use that power. Sasuke wants Boruto to teach Sarada how to control her Susano'o power. Then, the second possibility is that Koji saw Sarada's future. He knows how she can control the Mangekyou power, and he told Boruto how to do it. These are the two most likely possibilities in my opinion. Do you have any other more plausible ideas? If so, feel free to share them in the comments. Actually, there's one more possibility that I think could happen, but it's very small. That is, Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan could be triggered by Ada. Somehow, Kishimoto might use Ada as the catalyst to awaken Sarada's Sharingan. I'm fairly certain there's potential for Ada to help trigger the awakening of Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan. Then, for Mitsuki, there are two possibilities that will also occur. First, Boruto was told by Kashin Koji that Mitsuki could get stronger by asking Orochimaru to unlock the potential of his great power. It's possible like Kawaki, because basically, Mitsuki was created from modern technology, and that there should be limitations that Mitsuki currently has. These limits must be opened so that he can get much greater strength. But I'm sure there is a big risk that Mitsuki will accept if he opens up his great power. Maybe Boruto will help Mitsuki to find a solution. Then the second possibility is that Koji saw Mitsuki training with the White Snake ascetic. So most likely through Boruto, he will tell Mitsuki that if he wants to get a power, then he must train with Hakuja Sennin. Because after all, Mitsuki's source of strength comes from the Ryuchi Cave. And that means that the one who can unlock Mitsuki's great potential is Hakuja Sennin himself. With Kashin Koji, I'm sure Boruto's friends who need power-ups will be helped even more. After all, I'm sure there's no time to make a story about Sarada having to suffer for a long time in order to master the power of the Mangekyou Sharingan. She needs a quick way to master it, and I hope this can be done. We must be tired of seeing how the process that Sharingan users have to go through to increase the power of their Mangekyou Sharingan. Clearly, Kishimoto wanted to finish Boruto's story in a faster time than Naruto. After all, their opponents also have great power in a very short time. There is no time for them to train for years like Naruto did back then. And with Kashin Koji's ability, of course this will be a very effective, optimal solution if the leak given in the future is a technique or jutsu that will be mastered by Sarada and Mitsuki. And as long as it is not a destiny that will happen, but only a power that will be mastered by them in the future, this should not interfere with the course of a destiny or a so-called destiny singularity. But before that, does this make sense if in the end Kashin Koji will help Sarada and Mitsuki to do the same thing as to Boruto? Because of course right now Boruto needs a lot of allies with great abilities and strength. With that power, of course, this will be very helpful to defeat the Divine Tree Man. And after Kawaki became an ally, of course, this will create a great opportunity for several shinobi who will become allies for Boruto to defeat the Divine Tree Man together. But who are they? Oh yeah, if you guys have other opinions and theories, I'm looking forward to it. Like and subscribe, I'm Nim, see you in the next episode. Bye-bye, Databayo.